Just be out with us to the Placencia Resort. Quoted from their website, adventure awaits at this picture-perfect beach resort. And it is really what it is. Picture perfect, but in person not so perfect. In this video we're going to share with you our personal experience here at the Placencia Resort and 10 reasons why you shouldn't book the Placencia Resort. Just be out with us. We booked the Placencia Resort for 3 nights to celebrate the New Year's 2022, and we wanted to stay in a luxury place, and their website and their managing company, the Muyona Resorts, had beautiful website, all the right words to say. So this is the arrival area. In this video we are going to walk through the grounds, show you what the grounds has to offer. And as we walk in, we are actually walking right next to the iguana tree, and look who it is. It is a resident iguana, and he is about to climb his tree. There is a nice pond for him here, the fountain, and as you walk in, it does look perfect. So the Placencia Resort has a sister resort, Belize Oceana, which is located more in the village of Placencia, and they do offer a free shuttle for you to get here to the resort. Whether you come in from the airport, Placencia Resort is located in Placencia, which is south of Belize, and it is located in a peninsula. It is a popular tourist destination. We stayed in Placencia is in Naya Resort, which is located about quarter mile south from here, and it was absolutely incredible experience. If you haven't seen that video, we will leave the link in the description below. So as you arrive here, you will come right away to the lobby area, and the grounds look perfect. The landscaping is really beautiful, and they do have one of the largest pools in Belize, which we will take you there shortly, where you will arrive. And besides the reception, there is a small adventure center, a small gift shop. There are 2 bathrooms, and over here there are doors to the restaurant. There you go. Just take a look at the decor here. Here at this restaurant, this is where you will have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they also have 2 more dining areas. On their website it says that they have 3 restaurants, but it's really 1 restaurant with 3 dining area. The one we just walked out of, it's more of an indoors air-conditioned area with this open air patio. And it is a beachfront resort, so you get this beautiful beach view. You click on this video because you want to know why we don't like the Placencia Resort. Well, we just passed through the lobby area. It's very outdated. The restaurant is outdated, but it's all decor, right? So let's get to the meat and potatoes. So when we first booked this resort, as I mentioned before, they offer a free shuttle. We were first staying in the Placencia village, where they have their sister resort, Belize Oceana. And we walked into the resort to ask to arrange the shuttle for us to the Placencia Resort. We had to go to that resort 4 times for 2 days to make sure they will pick us up. And they had problems reaching their front desk area. And the next day when they actually were supposed to pick us up, they were a little bit late, so we called them and they said that there was a misunderstanding and another person changed our reservation for the shuttle. So they had to call back the driver and send the driver back. So that was a big misunderstanding with the vans. Another time we booked a shuttle to go to a restaurant and they told us the shuttle will be leaving at 5:30 p.m. When we got there just a little bit before 5:30 p.m. they said the shuttle already left at 5. So there's a lot of management issues with just the shuttle alone. We were speaking to different guests here and there was a guest that told us that she sent them 4 different emails with questions about a dive excursions and she never got a reply from them. When we were checking in, we had some questions and the receptionist told us that she will find us by the pool to clarify our questions, but she never did. And it happened several times when we asked receptionists some questions and they told us they will find us to address those questions or issues. They never came to us to address the issues.
Also, with the reception area, when we checked in, Irina used the female's bathroom and she said it was disgusting. Both toilets were actually filled with number 2 and it wasn't even flushed. She had to flush it to use it. When I went into the men's bathroom, the stench of ammonia was so strong, like it actually burned my nostrils. It's kind of like if you were to go into a porta potty at a concert and it's been there for a while, that's kind of like what you were walking into. And I found it strange because it's right next to the reception desk. When you open the front with the door to the restroom, you can smell it. And I don't understand why they wouldn't have someone go in and clean that every 5 hours or so, or maybe even twice for the day. So that was like really right up front. We were just like, what's going on here? Now, let's talk about the dining room area that we just walked through. So the dining room area is just, it's a little quirky. For example, they have main breakfast items such as waffles, French toast, and pancakes. But the funny thing is, they're not on the menu. You have to ask for it. And the only reason we knew that you could even ask for it is because when we sat down to have breakfast, there was a group, a French family, and they were asking for pancakes and they were taking the order down. And we looked at each other like, wait a minute, they have pancakes? It's nowhere in the menu. So we called our waitress over and we asked her, we heard people asking for pancakes and French toast. Do you guys have that? She goes, yeah, we do. But we're like, well, how come it's not on the menu? She's like, oh, we only do it if people ask for it by request, then we'll make it. So that was kind of like, well, these are major breakfast items. Why wouldn't they be on the menu? So that's another thing. We asked for cappuccino. The cappuccino machine was broken. It seems like something was always broken in the restaurant, including their waffle maker. So I want to show you guys something. As you guys can see, there's an overwater palapa over there. It's really cool dining area. It opens roughly around 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. Beautiful setting in there, nice cool breeze. By then the sun has already gone down. But here's the issue we find with that. So as you can see, it's a long walkway. And what it is, when you order your meal in the evening time, they have to bring it from the restaurant and walk that long bridge and get over to the overwater palapa with your food. By the time they put their food in front of you, you see the breeze. And in the evening time, it gets even windier here and cooler, obviously. Your food kind of comes a little cold. So it kind of defeats the purpose, and I really don't understand it, as beautiful as it is. And also, if you happen to want to dine in that area and you need to use the restroom, well, guess what? There is no restroom there because it's over water, so there's no septic tank in that vicinity. So what do you have to do? You have to get up and you have to walk either here to the front desk area where you can use the bathroom, and that's not the best bathroom, obviously, as I mentioned before, but also you might have to walk to your room, and that's a further distance just to use the bathroom, and that's getting up from your meal and going just to use the restroom. So it's kind of like an inconvenience, and we don't really see the point of it. So that's just another thing that we just don't get. As you guys know, you've watched all our other vlogs, or if you haven't, maybe you should. You know we are foodies. We're always telling you the best places to eat, the cheapest places to eat, places that you may want to celebrate your birthdays, your anniversary, even on a higher budget. So we cover all ranges of different restaurants as far as pricing and food goes. Here at the Placencia Resort, we find the food very mediocre, lacking in flavor. we're not the only one. We have spoken to so many people while we've been here, and they all have the same thing in common. They always say the food here is mediocre and they rather leave the resort and go to eat somewhere else. So now, as we mentioned, look behind me, right? It's beautiful. And we did mention the grounds here is absolutely beautiful. So now we're going to take you around the pool area so you can see what that looks like. But we have some more bad news about that.
We are back at the restaurant area, and as you can see, the setting is really beautiful, and above they have also a spa, which we spoke to another guest, and she mentioned it was actually a really nice treatment that she received. And right across from it is a really nice setting of this wooden chairs, tiki torches, and they have a fire pit here, and they have a dedicated person who makes sure the fire is going throughout the evening. And here you can see the pier which leads you to the overwater palapa, and this is where they will also take you out for any water excursions, snorkeling or diving. We spoke to a couple, and they one of them went diving and one of them went snorkeling on the same boat. So what they did is they actually dropped off divers in the open sea, and then they took people to snorkel to the reef. So it was, I wouldn't be comfortable being dropped off and the boat is nowhere around. Right next to the main registration area, the main restaurant, there is a pool. And their pool is actually one of the largest pools in Belize resorts scene. And the pool is really gorgeous and it's beautiful, and we did enjoy the pool as well, but the loungers outdated, and there are not that many loungers. How many, Devan, you counted?
20?
There are only 20 loungers. We're not gonna go close to the pool because there is music playing. There is a swim-up bar there, which is also really cool. There is a swing setting. There are swings at the end of the pool. The second part of the pool is much shallower, so it's great for kids as well. And behind the swings, there is a bathroom area. So there's music playing, and it's generally cool vibe. They have this beach balls here you can play. They have a volleyball net on the beach. But we encountered a major issue with their beach towels. The first day we arrived, we actually decided to go to the pool quite late, about 4 p.m. And they completely ran out of towels. They did not have any pool towels for us. Again, this morning at 10 a.m. there was no pool towels when we came to the front desk, and the pool is open, right? 10 a.m. you already prime time to get in the pool. We went to the front desk to ask for towels, and they say you have to wait for the bar to open at 10 a.m. to get pool towels, which is really unrelated. How can you wait for the bar to open to get your pool towels? To me, it sounds very absurd. Right behind the pool, there are more standalone houses with different rooms, and on the outside, the houses look really beautiful, white, with Florida-style roofs. It's the grounds look groomed again, and it looks really picturesque. And I'm going to let Devan explain to you the situation entering your room.
Now let's talk about the situation entering your room. Upon arriving, we had someone bring us to our room, and then when they tried to get into our rooms, the keys did not work. Go figure, right? So after we dropped everything off, we kind of went back and changed and then go into the pool. But when the keys couldn't work, luckily there was actually room service there, and that's how we were able to use the keys by the master key that the room service had. So we got into the room, we changed. They told us we will be back with your new keys that work. We went to the pool, we're there hanging out. No one came. It was maybe 7 in the evening. We went to the front desk. We were like, hey, we still can't get into our rooms. They said they were going to come back. And they told Irina, oh, we got busy. That was the reason. They were too busy to bring the keys back to us. So anyway, they gave us new keys. We went to the door. We had issues getting in. What I realized after looking at 2 cards they gave us, these cards are the same cards they're using over and over with every guest. The logo of the hotel is worn out. The strip on the back that goes into the card slot, that's worn out as well. So that would be the reason why it wouldn't work, right? It's pretty obvious. It took 8 times of me going back and forth from the room where we're staying, which we're going to show you what it looks like in a little bit, to the reception area. And I brought my keys back. I said, this is the 8th time I am bringing my card keys back. Now you guys let me know in the comments, would you be agitated after 8 times? I think my patience was actually really pretty high to be going back and forth in the scorching sun 8 times to change my room keys. And no one was really addressing it. They didn't seem like it was urgent. And I told them, I said, hey, either you guys have to change these cards completely, change the room doors, or change our rooms. Which one do you choose? You know what they actually did, believe this or not? They gave me the master key. And the reason I'm whispering is that there's people behind us and I have the master key, which means I have the same key that room service uses, the people who clean the room. I can get into any one of these rooms I want with that key. That is crazy. That's how they address the issue. Now, mind you, I'm thinking personally, there are a lot of young people in the front end of this hotel. In the restaurants, there are a little bit older people, but the younger people in the front, they give you the feeling like they really don't care. They don't try to address the situation. They're very nonchalant about everything. So it's just a really, really bad feeling. We spoke to many people while hanging out in the pool, and every single person we spoke to said the exact same thing. They had issues getting into their room. Their card keys did not work. Upon going to my room, I saw a family waiting on their balcony. I'm like, hey guys, you having issues getting into your room? Of course, I was being sarcastic. They didn't know. They had their suitcases. They just checked in. And they were like, yeah, we can't get in our room. I'm like, good luck. Because I knew. I went through it already. I was already here a whole entire day. So we're going to take you now towards our room. And now our room is towards the back end. And it's a little bit darker back here. And as you notice, these rooms, they're very well lit. They have multiple floors. Some of them have stoves and microwaves and a whole bunch of other things. So we spoke to other guests and they said, yeah, like I have a stove, I have microwave, and like nothing works. My stove doesn't work. People say that bathrooms don't work. Their showers don't work. Oh, so wait a minute. Speaking about showers, our shower is either cold or hot. There is no warm. Not only that, the shower is reversed. When you turn it to cold, it gets hot. When you turn it to hot, it gets cold. What is that all about, guys? Not seriously. Like, you know, I don't want you guys to feel like we're nitpicking, because we're not. We're really just kind of bringing this information to you. That way, if you happen to be coming to Placencia and it might look great, we don't want you to end up in this same situation, because these are permanent things that needs to be fixed. These are not just little nitpicking things. These are things that are in every single room. My cousin actually warned me about this place. She said she came in here, she had found bugs. Oh, bugs. That's another thing. I found ants in our room, but ants is, you're here in Belize, it's a part of it, you're in a resort. Okay, fine. Centipedes, there's centipedes in our rooms, guys. Would you stay in a room with centipedes? Like, most people would just be like, you know what? Put me in another room, or fix this, or I want my money back, and they'll book somewhere else. That's the situation here. So again, we're bringing this to you, also like roaches and different bugs. So we're bringing this information to you because we don't want you to be thinking you're going to be in paradise and all of a sudden you have all these things and it ruins your vacation. So we're now almost approaching our room, and I want to show you what our room looks like, well, supposed to look like, or what we thought it would look like compared to what it actually looks like. Take a look. And I want to mention something that's really important to us. So when they gave me the master key, I was thinking one of two things. Well, number one, how many other people did they not give master keys to? And also, number two, I have a master key, which means I can enter in any one of these rooms, which means if something was to ever go missing in any one of these rooms, and mind you, Our room does not have a safe. I don't know how many of the other rooms don't or do have a safe, but our rooms don't. And if anything goes missing, then whoever it is that has a master key, which would be me, I would be kind of a suspect because I do have a key and I can enter any one of these rooms. I decided to just take the key because I was frustrated going back and forth so many times and I just wanted to get inside the room, but it's really not a good situation and I don't understand why they would put their guests in that situation, and that was the only way they could have solved that issue. I don't think it is, but because they're young, they're inexperienced, they maybe don't really care and it's not important to them, that was the way they resolved it. What do you guys think about that one? So here is our room. It is the queen room and it has one queen bed in it. And you guys saw what it looks like on the photos we just showed you. Now come with me and I'm gonna show you what our room really looks like.
What do you think of how our room actually looks like? And I want to quote something from their website. After a day of adventure, live in luxury with 1, 2 or 3 bedroom accommodations. Do you guys think this is a luxury accommodation? And besides the things that Devon addressed with the bugs and the shower, the room is really uncomfortable. The furniture is outdated, the decoration is terrible, and the shower amenities don't smell that good. In this building that we are staying at, there are also rooms that are completely beachfront and they are larger room, and the rooms that we are staying at are behind this house. So in the picture on the website, it does look perfect and it looks beautiful. The beach has plenty of loungers, they have some beach games, they have complimentary kayaks, and when we spoke to other guests, they said kayaks do need some TLC. So far, let us know in the comments, what do you think of the Placencia Resort? I would like to read you another quote from their website. The Placencia curates one-in-a-lifetime experience and provides amenities that leave you saying wow. And we can definitely say wow.
But wow, how disappointing.
What a disappointment.
Yeah.
And again, it's not just our experience. We have spoken to many guests and they do say the same things.
We have stayed in many resorts here in Belize. This definitely, hands down, no question about it, is the worst resort that we have stayed in. If you haven't seen any of our other Belize experiences, we will leave the link below or at the end of this video. And again, we hope this video has actually helped you make a decision if you were planning on staying here at the Placencia Resort. We do not recommend it. This is definitely not JBO approved. Thank you so much for watching, and as usual,
Just be out with us.